Yo guys, what is going on and welcome to another daily upload. Today we're taking a look at how we were so close to qualifying to the Duos Cash Cup finals. One thing we do wrong every cup we play is we go into our first game very unfocused and not taking it as seriously as we would in other games later in the tournament. And this mentality caused us to die so many times in our first games. And losing one game is bad enough in itself, but losing the time it takes to queue into a game, land, and then die is worse. You want to have as good time management as possible when playing these Duos Cash Cups to get the most out of your games. And 5 minutes can and most definitely will be the difference between getting in your last game and not once in your career. So we seriously gotta stop throwing our first games. In game 2, we died in a fight very early on. What we do wrong in fights is we just sit and do nothing. Winning fights is so much easier if you just both go for height from two different angles. Say me west and him east. More often than not, especially in low elo lobbies like this one, the opponents will make a mistake if you go out from two different sides, allowing you to either get off a bunch of damage or even getting the kill. Just sitting and doing nothing wastes a lot of time. And to be honest, it doesn't even give you the best odds of winning the fight. We gotta stop sitting still and we gotta start going for plays. In game 3, we were in such an easy lobby as we got like no points in our first 2 games. And when you're in an easy lobby, it is crucial that you make the most out of that game. We knew we needed a big game to get back in it. So our plan was essentially just to play our mats and actively shoot as much as we could during the moving zones. Because that is one of the biggest differences between good and bad players. Bad players shoot way less bullets during a moving zone compared to good ones. Good ones that take the opportunities that they are given to actively shoot and look for kills. Standing still, looking in a wall, and doing nothing gets you nowhere. And so many people at a lower level seem to be doing that during the moving circles. Don't get me wrong, you want to focus very hard on staying ahead and building a good tarp, but you have to use some of your time to look for refreshes that'll allow you to win the endgame you find yourself in. In game 4, we found ourselves pretty scuffed, and that's why we went for this early kill. Sometimes in games and tournaments, you need to force fights to ensure that you'll get something out of the game. But whenever you go for a fight, you gotta quickly understand the risk to reward ratio by going for the given play. For instance, here I coned the pad and this player was solo. The risk was very minimal, and the potential reward was getting good enough loot to win the game. If we didn't get this refresh, we would have still probably been able to squeeze out around 10 points from this game with the loot we had. However, since the risk was so very small, it was definitely worth it just 50-50ing this guy. This endgame is nothing special for the most part. However, there is one play I want to point out a little later in this endgame that ensured us a very good placement. But until then, have a look at how we played this second moving.
Du kan spille ut, Martin. På meg? Det.
Har du big?
Ja. En big. Klapper. Pass på bak. Kommer.
Klima! Du må få luta.
Jeg er ikke med deg. Det er et team på low.
100. Død.
Nice. Jeg går front. Mye er ikke ditt.
Jeg har cap-art.
Nice. Kom, og så splash du start.
Jeg vil kaste opp i lufta.
One HP på en kid.
Jeg vil kaste opp i lufta. Jeg kommer.
Here is the play I want to point out. Even though the zone is pulling back, we go around the left side. This is a play that should be made 100 out of 100 games if, and this is a big if, you have mats. Without mats, this is an idiotic play. But with mats, this ensures that you're on dead side for the remainder of the game and makes everything ridiculously easy.
Jeg har T-builds på veggen. Da. Ja, det er pass på. Jeg fikk finish. Har du mats?
Nei, jeg har 9 build.
Ok, dropp meg litt. Her, på meg.
Fight er fri, det er en fight.
OK, gå. Der to.
Det er to.
Ja, 0 mets. Kom meg.
På det. Et liv.
Jeg er 20 videre. Nice, ta metsa. Gå ahead.
Knockout. 100.
Nice.
Her.
Inn i boksen. Død.
Nice. Vi må sette. Jeg er low. Jeg bruker alle sammen.
Jeg har mye mets. Klarer du å komme til meg?
Jeg er mye ille.
Hvor mye mets er du på?
Jeg er ikke mye.
Ok.
Jeg dropper alt. Jeg har
Nice.
7 bilder.
Vi må gå for en height split, tror jeg. Ta halvparten her. Fikk du det? Er du klar? Vi må gå for en height split.
Ja. Jeg må inn her.
Ok, jeg har medmist.
Ja.
Jeg tror jeg er død. Jeg drepte den. Det er height.
Død?
Nice. Det er en på height bare. Har du nok mats? Ja, 0.
20. Kom.
Er du? Ja, 0 mats. Da er det. Oh, let's go. Bra jobba. Det er en duo og en solo. Det er bra game.
In Game 5, we once again went down because we just aren't really doing anything. We really need that power play in fights, and unfortunately, none of us were able to pull through and make it.
Nice try. Go next.
In Game 6, I get awareness checked with the best loot in the game. Luckily, I was able to redeem myself with a little bit of a solo clutch in Game 7.
Fløte.
Det er enda til 150 meter. Da stagger placement.
Jeg gjør det. Hvor puller den? Den puller til venstre, nice.
Marker. Blir marker. Det var mye match. Gå. Nice. Hardbuild. Så er det ikke hard match. Null hard. Gå på resten av øvelsen min.
Hvor mange teams?
5 teams.
Nice, ok.
Jeg tror duoen er på deg. Det er solo fight. Jeg tror det er mer mennesker nå. Han driver farm med 3.
Har du tatt opp, Mats?
9 bil. Nice.
What?
Så bra, det er en.
Ok. Det er bra game.
In Game 8, I make a massive mistake that caused us to go down early. As you guys can see, we are on the far left side of zone, and we can stay there and even go one more box out left as it opens up. But instead of staying on the far left side, I go one box in towards the center, and as a result of that, we end up going down. It's such a stupid little mistake, but if I didn't make it, we would have most likely placed at least 5 placements better. And in our final game, Nita goes down early, and I need to clutch a win to qualify. So yeah, there you have it. A little bit of a late daily upload, but that is how we did in the Duos Cash Cup. 249th place. Not terrible, but definitely room to fix a few small mistakes and come back stronger next week. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. My name is M1K3 Editz. Stay safe and take care.